Hey, yo, let me explain something to you all. For the ones that may not know much about the law, as far as how it works. Little Boosie situation. That's a trending topic. Everybody's talking about Little Boosie. Now, I understand the feds. I understand their conviction rate. I understand you don't play with the feds. I understand that I get it. I totally get it. But first of all, people are saying, well, he beat the state. He didn't beat the state. The state knew that the feds was going to pick up the charge. So when Boosie was probably dancing and finger popping on his way out of the courtroom, the prosecutors and judge, everybody knew that as soon as he walked outside, the feds was going to pick the case up. So he didn't beat the state. The state just simply dropped the case because it's like, all right, we'll drop it because the feds want it. You know what I mean? But a lot of people's going around that don't really know anything about the law, and it's like, oh man, Boosie beat the state. No, he didn't beat the state, man. Again, Boosie did not beat the state. Now I'm gonna tell you this: the feds' conviction rate is very, very high, but it's not 100%. I don't want to play with him, and I'm not gonna play with him, and I wouldn't advise anybody else to play with him, and I wouldn't advise Boosie to play with him. But this is what I'm saying. Boosie got some, high-profile attorneys. I'm assuming. He's not going in there with a court-appointed a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Well, the feds, they usually give you a lawyer anyway, but still, Boosie's probably gonna hire his own attorney. I'm actually sure he's already done that. What they're going to do is they're not going to just immediately cop out, plead guilty for you all that don't know. You know what I mean? Because for one, he's out on bond. So he wants to be able to stay out as long as he could possibly stay out. Just in case he has to go in and do some time, which is very likely. But he has to be able to, get his affairs in order, get all his businesses, whatever he's going to do with them, sell whatever he's going to sell, pay off this, pay off that, get his house, get everything in order just in case he has to end up going to do some time. Now, in the meanwhile, you best believe that his lawyers are looking at this thing, and I'm not in their camp. I'm not an attorney, you know what I'm saying? But I've been around the system long enough to know that something ain't quite right. Something ain't quite right. Because, okay, they're saying that, Boosie was spotted on a video shoot with a gun in his back pocket. Well, in his, the back of his pants. I don't know what type of technology they got. I know that you can zoom in, and I know that there's some hellified technology out here, like I said, that I don't know about. But his lawyers are probably questioning, how do you know that's a real gun? That's the first thing. He's on a video shoot. It could have been a prop gun. You know what I'm saying? That could have been a part of his costume for the video. So by saying that, that's the first thing. Secondly, does that give you all probable cause to even pull him over? Because this is what you got to realize. The feds didn't pull Boosie over. The state, the local police pulled Boosie over. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, the feds eventually came in and picked up the charges, but they're not the ones that pulled Boosie over. So you best believe they're going to have a suppression hearing, which is challenging the evidence, challenging the stop. Why did y'all even stop my client? What was your reasoning for stopping my client? Did my client break the law? Was he speeding? Did he run a red light? Why did y'all stop him? So if they come back and say, well, we observed Mr., Terrence on IG Live. On IG Live, okay, well, whose IG Live did you observe Mr. Terrence on? Well, it was such and such. Okay, well, such and such, is he a confidential informant? Because there's a lot of things that people don't know. Like, for instance, if a complete stranger calls the police up and says, hey, I know that this guy's selling drugs out of his house. I see a whole lot of traffic every day, and I know that he's selling drugs out of his house. Well, lawfully, the police can't come and just kick in your door. Because the person who called is just the average, everyday Joe. You know what I mean? But if a confidential informant is somebody whose testimony and whose information has proved to be accurate, over time, then they can come and kick in the door. You know what I'm saying? Or go in that house. So I'm just simply saying that, yeah, I know the feds, they're usually airtight. I get it. I definitely get it. But you best believe that his lawyers are not going to just lay down. They're going to challenge that. Y'all don't know if it's a real gun or not. I'm in costume. I'm in character mode. It's a video. It's a video shoot. So you can't just look at a video and be like, oh, well, he has a gun. Here, let's pull him over. Because you don't even know if the gun was real. And then when they did pull him over, now somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong right here. But from what I understand, the gun wasn't on him. You know, I think they said it was between the seat, but it wasn't actually on his person. So they're trying to say that the gun that was in his back, in the back of his pants, is the same gun that was in the video. Once again, I know they got technology. I'm not going to challenge technology, you know what I mean? Because ain't no telling what they got. But what I'm saying is, how are they going to prove that it was the same gun? That's all I'm saying. You know, how are they going to prove that? So I definitely think that his lawyers have a leg to stand on. And all of y'all out there talking about, little Boosie had to tell, the feds don't give a bond. Man, y'all couldn't wait. Y'all couldn't wait to say that. And I understand, because little Boosie does run it, he talks, but, you know, I believe the man, as far as ain't no ratting. Now, you put a life sentence in front of a man's face, then, you know, I think all that goes out the window, for real. You know, I think that the average person with a life sentence facing him, man, he gonna do what he gotta do. But Boosie right here is facing 15 years. He's facing 15 years. What that means is that's the max. That's the max that he can get. If he goes to trial, blows trial, the most they can give him is 15 years. So everybody, Boosie gonna get 15? No. Even if he does take a plea deal, his lawyers are gonna, I could see him getting, like I said in one of my other videos, 2 to 4 years. Maybe not even that, man. Maybe not even that. Ain't nothing but a gun case. This ain't no RICO. This ain't no murder. This ain't no assault. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying, high-profile drug dealing. It's a gun case, man. So I think that Lil Boosie is going to be okay. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say he's going to beat it. I'm not going to say that. But I will say this. I wouldn't be surprised if he beats it. Because y'all got to justify pulling that man over. You got to justify pulling him over. And like I said, by you saying, by them saying rather, it was a gun, so it justifies us pulling him over because he's a known felon. He's a known felon and he had a gun on him. Okay, well, y'all gonna have to prove that there was a gun on him because his lawyers are gonna want to see that proof. How do y'all know that this was a gun on him? How do y'all know that this gun was real? How do y'all know that this is the gun that was allegedly, on him? Security's going to sit up there and say, nah, this was my gun. I'm security. So, yeah, Lil Boosie ain't going to just lay down. He don't have to do like maybe me or you would do because he got long money. You got long money, man. You got lawyers. You got experts. You got all type of people that's going to come to his defense. Now, at the end of the day, if he, if it ain't looking good for him, man, he needs to go and lay it down. You know what I'm saying? But you best believe he's going to fight it. He's going to fight hard. Real Kens TV, man. Hopefully you like the video. If you do, or if you did rather, that like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Share it for me. Hit that notification bell for me. I'm a small channel just getting off the ground, man. Help me grow my channel, man. We grow together, man. Pause. Double pause. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for the next video. Everybody's watching this thing real close. Everybody's intrigued. Everybody wants to see what's going to happen next. Everybody wants to see, if Boosie's going to continue to be the outspoken Boosie. Everybody wants to see if Boosie's going to go back on Vlad TV. Everybody wants to see if Boosie does go back on Vlad TV, what's he going to talk about? Everybody wants to see the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? See if Boosie ain't said a word. The lawyer's doing all the talking, man. But, like I said, man, before I get into a whole new video, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, man. Subscribe. Holla at your boy, man. Real Kens TV.